All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira David. Baruch Hashem. I was away for a few days. It was beautiful. Baruch Hashem. It's so good to be back. My wife figured out a way that we can leave Israel but staying in Israel. It's kind of interesting. You go to Eilat. So Eilat is part of Israel, but it's not part of halachic Israel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not. No. So it was very interesting. It was very nice to see it, though. It was very, very nice to be there. And I met some nice people there. It was Baruch Hashem. Good to be back. All right. And we're learning Likutey Halachos. Baruch Hashem. What a schus we have to be able to learn Likutey Halachos. Wow. It's a big, big schus. Most of the world doesn't know about it yet. We're working on getting them to know, but most of the world still doesn't know about Likutey Halachos and how it can advance us and help us get closer to Hashem and put more meaning into everything that that we do. That's pretty much what it's all about. Putting more meaning and putting some life into what we're doing.
And connection to Hashem.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in Likutey Halachos, we're in Hilchos Birchas HaPeiros. We're learning the laws of the blessings on fruits. So we went through the laws of bread and all of those beautiful laws, and then we went through. We learned Halacha Aleph. Rav Nosson taught us a very interesting concept, and it's really a life's lesson to understand that everything we eat and drink has a soul in it. There's a soul in there. No. It's very, very important to understand that. There's a soul in everything that we eat and drink. When we make the bracha correctly, and we think about, wait a second, Baruch Atah Hashem, Elokeinu Melech Haolam. Oh, you Hashem are the king. You're the king, and you're the creator of everything. Oh, and you created the tree and the fruit on the tree. You can take the soul that was in there and elevate the soul. And you make a rectification. And it's the most beautiful thing. But then there are those people that don't do that. And then the soul falls down even further until it can have its rectification. Right? So how important it is to make the brachas and to recognize what we're going to do. And again, very important to know, before you take the fruit in your hand, or anything for that matter, know already, before you begin the bracha, what bracha are you going to make? Contemplate what bracha you're going to make. Contemplate, wow, Hashem gave me this, and then say the bracha. It's a whole different experience. Okay, got it? Okay? All right, so let's go to Beis now. So it says now here. We're gonna learn now the halachos of the Shulchan Aruch. It says Divrei Shulchan Aruch. This is what the Shulchan Aruch says. Right, the book of law, the law book says. Inyan birchas hanenin. When it comes to the blessings of things that we enjoy, right? There are blessings of haidah to Hashem, right? That we praise Hashem, that we thank Hashem. But then there are something called birchas nenin. And hana, like the word hana, I have enjoyment. I enjoy. So these are brachas, are things that I have the right to enjoy if I do it correctly. Okay? Now, B'din kedima mishiva minim shenishtabcha b'hen Eretz Yisroel. And the din of the 7 species, right, of the 7 different species of Eretz Yisroel, that those take precedence over other foods. So we said the other day, if you have, let's say, on a fruit platter, you have apples, kiwis, you have mangoes, peaches, plums, pears, right? And then you have on the plate also some grapes. Now, all the things I mentioned are all abori pri ha'etz, including the grapes. So what do you do? What do you make the bracha on?
The grapes.
On the grapes. But that's a chiddush, because really we said that you're supposed to make the bracha on the thing that you enjoy the most. right? So let's say the grapes weren't there. Now let's say I happen to like apples. You happen to like a mango, right? And maybe you like to have a kiwi, right? So that means each one of us will have a different bracha to make. We'll make the same bracha bari prayers, but we'll pick the different fruit because that's the one that's chavav to me. Right? So the one that's the most beloved to me is the one I make the bracha on. Why is it beloved to me? Because it has a connection to me. There's a soul in there. And that soul has connection to my soul. And that's why I like that fruit. It's not like I like the fruit because I like the fruit, the taste of the fruit. We don't realize that. We think, the mind tells you that you're eating the fruit because I like the way this fruit tastes. Why do you like the way that fruit tastes and not the other one? And why does the other guy like that fruit and not this one? Because there's something there connected to our souls. Do you follow? So it's much deeper than what I perceive I like and I enjoy. There's something way behind, much greater than that, behind the scenes going on. It's why you like that. But even though you like that other thing, whenever there's one of the 7 species, that takes precedence. That will take precedence. And again, HaKadosh Baruch Hu works it out that those grapes or those figs or those dates, right, are on your plate at that time because again, that's the one that you need to make the blessing on. You understand? Do we understand this concept? Right? You understand the concept? Yeah. Now, this concept of how the brachas work. We have to understand the way brachas work and why do they work the way they work. That's what I'm trying to explain. Okay? Now, Ki anachnu am kodesh, b'nei Yisroel. We are the holy nation. We are a Jewish nation. Tzrichin sheyeh lo kol mizayneseinu mishefa shel Eretz Yisroel. We want all of our food that we eat, wherever we are, wherever a Jew finds themselves, whatever country a Jew finds themselves in. I want my food that I eat to be from the blessing and the bounty of Eretz Yisroel. Even though I may not be in Eretz Yisroel, even though I may be somewhere else, but I can still connect my fruit, my food that I'm eating to Eretz Yisroel. The same concept that we have when we're outside of Israel, we can connect our tefillah, our prayer, to Eretz Yisroel, right? We also connect our prayers to Eretz Yisroel. Whenever we daven, wherever you are, you face towards Jerusalem. Why do you face? Because you want your tefillah to go there. So now we're learning another concept. I can eat my fruit, I can eat my food, and my food can have the same connection to the blessing of Eretz Yisroel. How? Kirak Eretz Yisroel shayech lanu b'nei Yisroel. Because, listen to what Rav Nassan writes, really it's only Eretz Yisroel that shayech to us. It's only Eretz Yisroel, it's only our holy land that pertains to Jewish people. Not these other lands that people live in. Adarabah, as long as people feel comfortable in the lands that they live in other than in Eretz Yisroel, they're holding back the Geula. They're holding back the redemption. Did you know that? When people are living outside of Israel and they're comfortable where they are, and they have no reason, this is perfect here. It's perfect. They are holding back Mashiach. They're holding back the Geula. People have to feel that, and Rav Nassan wants us to understand that we all have a connection to Eretz Yisroel. So it doesn't matter where you live. There could be guys living in Lakewood, and it's so relaxed there, and there's so many Jews, and it's so nice. Or the guys in Borough Park, they think it's so wonderful. You know what? But it's not Eretz Yisroel. Aval shefa v'achila shel chutz la'aretz einay kedai. See, the food that we eat outside of Eretz Yisroel is not kedai. It's not befitting for us. It's not befitting for a Jew. Ki chutz la'aretz hu aviv hatameh, because chutz la'aretz is the impure air. The air that we breathe in chutz la'aretz is not pure. V'tachas memshelas hasitracha, and it's under the domain of the evil inclination.
So why did Hashem?
Wait. The Einai Royu Hashpa'asai Yisrael. It's not worthy to have the hashpa of Klal Yisrael. What do we have anything? We are the Am Kodesh. We have nothing to do with impurity. So how is it possible? And a Jew should never think that they can be anywhere other than in Eretz Yisrael and be sufficient and feel comfort. Al kein anu tzrichin l'sakin kol achilaseinu v'shiyaseinu sheyeh b'china shefa shel Eretz Yisrael. Okay, so here, Rav Nosson says, okay, so now you can make a repair and you can elevate the food that you're eating, no matter where you are, to put it on the realm of food that's coming from Eretz. So the blessing of Eretz Yisrael. How do you do that? Kilu yotzei me'Yisrael, as if it came out of Israel. Notice you got produce, a delivery of produce, you got a delivery of wheat, you got a delivery of dairy product, whatever it is, you got the delivery wherever you are, like that. That happens through the blessing. You hear this? So the bracha actually elevates the level of the food. When you make the bracha, you're actually elevating the food. The food is not the same food. And then when we bless HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we admit to Hashem that He was the one that created it. It's Hashem that created it. That's how you can make Eretz Yisrael no matter where you are. So we learned the idea. You could be outside of Israel, and you can daven in a shul that's connected to Yerushalayim, that's connected to Har HaBayis, right? And your tefillahs can go that way. Now we're learning, when you're outside of Eretz Yisrael, you can also eat, and your food can be like the shefa of Eretz Yisrael, like it came from Eretz Yisrael, through making the bracha, right? How does that work? Because you're thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu and admitting, Hashem, you were the one that created it. It didn't come from the Department of Agriculture of the country that you're living in, but it was you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that is running the Department of Agriculture, and that's why I was able to get this fruit or vegetable, or grain, or whatever the case may be. Famous pasuk in Tehillim. We learned this many times, many lessons about this pasuk. Koyach masav higid liyamai. The power of Hashem's actions, He tells over to his nation. Loseis lahem nachlas goyim, to give to them the inheritance of the nations. Right? There were nations living here in Eretz Yisrael, right? There were real nations, not like these make-believe Palestinian, these bluffs. What they are, they're nothing. They're a bunch of gypsies. They have no roots. They have no connection to Eretz Yisrael at all.
It's an insult to gypsies. Don't.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm saying this is like whatever.
Are they even lower than
The
gypsies?
trash of their.
Oh, wow. Okay. They're the lowest of the low. Nobody wants them. They have a right? No other Arab country would take them in. Yeah. Right? No one. K'maishe Kasser Rabbeinu Neira Yor Al Inyan Mechamas Kaf B'Tfila. As Rabbi Nachman writes, and we can make tikkunim when we clap our hands during tefillah. You ever see guys that davening and they're clapping? Yeah. Right? What? Because every time you clap your hands, what you're doing is you're mamtek dinim. There's judgment, and you can break the judgment. You can break the judgment. The way I like to understand it is sometimes, there's something serious going on, and you do something, you make some noise or something. You take for that moment, it removes from the situation that's so serious, and then it kind of mitigates it to some extent. So the more the person can clap and he can sing and he can be besimcha, right? He can dance a little bit too, causes tremendous mitigation of all judgments. It's unbelievable. And that's why people always are so, why are you clapping? Again, they do that. Why do they do that? Because again, that's a sitra achim. You're saying that I know you're disturbing me here. I'm trying to prosecute you, and then you yeah. Ayin sham the hainu. Ma sha'amru Rabbi Seidin Zchain Levracha lama pasach haTorah b'Bereishis. Chazal asked the question: why did Hashem start the whole Torah with the bracha Bereishis? With the word of Bereishis? Well, we learned Bereishis Torah Likim Es, right? Those are the four olives, right? We learned that in the last lesson, right? Ela mishum koyach masav higid liyamai. The whole point was Hashem did that was to show to make a statement that Hashem is the one that created everything. He created the world. He created all of existence. Anything of existence was created by Hashem, and that's what He's letting us know. And that's what He's letting the whole world know. That it was HaKadosh Baruch Hu that created. But most importantly, you know what? We have to know it and we have to believe it. We need to know this and we need to believe it. And we need to believe that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one that created the world. He gave lands to whomever He gave it to. They didn't do the right thing. He threw them out. And He gave us the land. It's eternally our land. He gave it to us. We need to believe that. Look what He says now. It was His will to give the land to them at that time. And He also took it away from them. And He gave it to us. שאיק ארץ ישראל נעשה על ידי שנסגר להשם יתברך שברא את העולם כולו בידי ליתנה למי שירצה. Hashem created Eretz Yisroel, and why is Eretz Yisroel so important? Because this is where the whole world came from. Right? Eretz Yisroel was the Evan Shasiya, is where the whole world came about from Eretz Yisroel. That's why Eretz Yisroel is a microcosm of the entire world. See, we think like this. Really, the whole world is a microcosm of Eretz Yisroel. Eretz Yisroel, we have mountains, and we have snow, and we have beaches, and we have deserts, and we have anything you want, like you'll find anywhere in the world, you'll find it in Israel. Why is that? Because everything of the whole world came from Israel. Is that amazing? It's amazing. The whole world came from Eretz Yisroel. So they think that the Swiss Alps are so nice, we can go look at our mountains. They're nicer. Because it's just a copy of what we have. It's so nice to understand that, really. And when we have this fruit, and we thank Hashem that He created this fruit. Isn't that so nice? You thank Hashem for creating this fruit. Azai onu migalin kedushas Eretz Yisroel gam ba'oisei hamokim shegodol hapri. But the same way Hashem created the tree in Eretz Yisroel, and the whole point of Eretz Yisroel is there to praise Hashem. If I come to another place and I praise Hashem, it's the same idea of this koyach masav higel liyamai nosal lehem es nachlas goyim. Because we said, any time a Jews get together wherever they are and they make themselves a Jewish community wherever they are, that is an aspect of Eretz Yisroel. It comes from the same idea. The same idea of koyach masav higid liyamai losas lam nachlas goyim, because that's also the lands of goyim. But we didn't have a land originally. Avraham Avinu came to the land, and Hashem said, "I'm going to give you this land." All these people were put on in the land, and that's their land. But then when we come and we buy land and we develop a Jewish community, so that is an aspect of HaKadosh Baruch Hu giving us that land. So then when we eat a fruit from that land, it's the same idea. We can connect it back to Eretz Yisroel. Me'achas she'odnu megalin u'moedim shehu yizbarach bara hakol u'mizeh nase ikir kedushas Eretz Yisrael. We make a statement. Hashem, you're the one that created everything. Hashem, you're the one that created everything. And that is how you get the kedusha, the holiness of the land of Israel. It says, it says, La'Hashem ha'aretz ha'malaya. To Hashem is the land and the upper above, the upper world, right? V'aretz nasan livnei adam. But Hashem gave the land to man. So which one is it? Is the land, is it La'Hashem ha'aretz ha'malaya, or is it V'aretz nasan livnei adam? Is the lands of Hashem, or did He give it to us? Which one is it? Is it Hashem's land? Is it our land? Whose land is it? One pasuk says it's Hashem's land. The other pasuk says it's our land. He gave it to us. Kan koidim bracha v'azai la'Hashem ha'aretz ha'malaya. Before you make the bracha, it belongs to Hashem. Kan la'acher bracha, but after I make the bracha, Azai v'aretz nasan livnei adam, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives it to us, and He gives us the fruit. So that means, before you make the bracha on the fruit, you may have gone to the store, and you may have bought the apple, and now you have the apple, but it's not your apple. It still belongs to Hashem. How do you get the apple from Hashem that you're allowed to eat it, to have a license to eat this apple? By making the bracha. Before that, it belongs to Hashem. Now, when you make the bracha, then Hashem gives it to us. Kan before the bracha, kan achar bracha. Before the bracha, it belongs to Hashem. Here and after the bracha, it belongs to you acquire it. Shalachar bracha ksiv haaretz nasan. Hashem gave us the land. V'hainu b'bechinas koyach masav loseis lem nachlas goyim. Hainu shayidei bracha anu koinim es olam. Through brachas, we are kind of the land. We have the whole world, but through our brachas we can own the entire world if we make brachas the right way. That's why when Mashiach comes, says the Sheleimah will be over the whole world. Because we'll all understand how to make brachas. And wherever we are, we'll make the bracha the right way, and then it'll be our land. Hashem gives it to us through the brachas that we make. And that's what Chazal say, based on the pasuk, that Hashem was the one that created it. He gave it to them willfully. He willfully gave them the lands. But He also took the lands away from them. They had idols. They were doing witchcraft. They were doing all the things that Hashem didn't want them to have, so Hashem threw them out. The scholar calls Zegam. The Bechinas Varas Nasal Bnei Adam Hanem Alach Habrachav Al Kein Gam Kan Nasa Eretz Yisroel. Therefore, it also becomes Eretz Yisroel wherever you are. But it's not it's an aspect of Eretz Yisroel. It's not actually Eretz Yisroel. It's they pat people on the back that, you say you have something to do with Eretz Yisroel. But the guys living in Brooklyn, they can think they're in Eretz Yisroel all they want, but they still have that guy Mamdani over there, and then, they're about to see what's going to happen. Hashem I hope Hashem helps them all, really. It's a scary thing. It's really a scary thing. I mean, there's so many Yidden living in New York City, the city itself. It's a scary thing. But all right, Hashem will help us. He always does. Hashem has a great track record. He always helps us. That the beginning of the pasuk that says Lashem Haaretz Hamalaya Tevel V'Yoish Veiva. Perish Rashi, what does that mean? Shekoy al Eretz Yisroel v'shar artzias. Rashi says it's going on Eretz Yisroel and other lands as well. That's what Rashi says. V'acha bracha ksiv stam, but after the bracha it says v'oretz nasan livnei adam. But how come it says after the bracha it says just Eretz stam? It doesn't say what land. It doesn't make a reference to what land we're talking. We're talking about the land. But it doesn't make a reference to what land we're talking about. Eretz Stam, ki b'chol mokim shekosav Eretz Stam, hu Eretz Yisroel. Here we go, we learned something new today. Anytime you see the word Eretz, without a reference to which land it is, that means it's referring to Eretz Yisroel. Okay, you like that? New concept, nice concept. You see the word Eretz? Eretz is Eretz Yisroel. Unless it says Eretz Amim, Eretz this, it says whatever land it talks about. Okay. Shenikra Eretz Stam k'mei shekosar Rabbeinu Neir Yor. As we said, Rabbi Nachman said this, taught this to Rav Nosson, and this is while Rabbi Nachman was alive that Rav Nosson's writing this. Uchemurgol b'divrei Rabbi Seinu zechvenu levracha likrei Eretz Yisrael Eretz Stam. And the Gemara in Tainus on Yud Amid Aleph says also the idea likrei Eretz Yisrael, to call Eretz Yisrael Eretz Stam, it's just Stam. When you say the name Eretz without any other thing, it's referring to Eretz Yisrael. Now let's see, what do we do with that now? After the bracha, now you made a revelation, you made an expression, you made a proclamation that Hashem created everything. Over at Sinai, not Nalimisha, it was His ratzon to give it to who He wants. So and then He gives us the land to man, to us. Eretz Stam. Why does it say Eretz Stam? Eretz Yisrael. How do you like that? It says Eretz Stam. Hainu Eretz Yisrael. Hainu Nasa Hakol. Because from Eretz Yisrael comes everything anyhow. We said all the bracha that you have anywhere in the world, that anyone has any blessing and they have in the world, wherever the bracha is, wherever they are, the blessing's coming from Eretz Yisrael anyway. All blessing comes from Eretz Yisrael. Aval koydem bracha ein yesh chiluk ben Eretz Yisrael shebekdushasay mikvar ve'ein shar artzia shehem chutz la'aretz. Before the bracha, there's a difference, right, of what it is. But after they make the bracha, you make the proclamation, so it's all one thing, because again, you're saying that Hashem created everything. Again, all existence came about only because Hashem's will. And this that we divide the pasuk that we say before the bracha. What is that? Lashem Artz Mulaya Tevel. The Hainu Eretz Yisrael v'Shar Artz is Kamei Sheperish Rashi ki koydem habracha koydem shenizgala hakol shelo yizbarach afal pi ha'emes hakol shelo yizbarach Shemai. Before we make the proclamation, even though it is Hashem's, but I didn't yet make the proclamation. I didn't do anything. I didn't yet. I may know it, but I didn't say it. I didn't articulate it. Rakish in his gala gam lemata shashem is barach bara hakol vu not nalanu bechinetz veres nasan livnei yada. So the whole there's a tremendous transformation happening in the mitzias of the fruit, the mitzias of where you are via making a bracha correctly. It's fascinating. It's really fascinating. When you make the bracha the way you were supposed to make a bracha, and you reveal that Hashem is the one that created everything, and you're the one that made this fruit, it connects it back to Hashem giving you that land, that fruit. It's now yours. Enjoy it. It's wonderful. The holiness is not drawn. In other words, it's holiness, but you have to draw it into your lives. We have to draw the holiness. We said every time Hashem looks at Eretz Yisroel, He brings more kedusha. But that's great, it's out there. But I have to connect it to me. How do I connect the holiness to me? Via making the blessing, via making the proclamation. Sha'oz nimshach ha-kedusha gam lamata, then the kedusha comes downward. Yeah, there's a lot of holiness up there. But how do I get the holiness in here with me? by making the bracha. That's what draws the holiness in. V'azai nasa b'chol mokem Eretz Yisroel, and then you can make it any place you are, an aspect of Eretz Yisroel. V'ayidei ha-bracha shal yoda niskal Likutey Yisrael, because through the bracha you're revealing Hashem. Shehu bara hakol u'v'tzayin natan alon, and it was Hashem that created everything, and it was His will that He gave it to us. If we would only believe these words, honestly, it would change the whole Metzius of the entire world. It would change the whole Metzius. It's our land. We would have the guts to just kick every one of these Goyim out of here. Through the bracha you can make Eretz Yisroel anywhere you are. Is that such a beautiful thing? To me, this is so special. How beautiful it is to make a bracha. To have the appreciation of what it means to make a bracha. If you don't learn this, you don't understand what it means. You don't understand. I made the bracha, I didn't make the bracha. No, it changes the whole dynamics of everything. You're causing people to believe in the world that Hashem created everything. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech olam. Borei. You're the one that created. Borei. You're the creator. Pri ha'etz. Borei pri ha'adama. You're the one that did this. That changes the whole perspective. Those words, they're magical words. They when you articulate those words, you cause such goodness in the world. When we say the bracha, we think about what we're saying. Isn't it so nice? Anyone have any questions on this or any comments? Any questions or comments?
Mystical justification, of living Chutz La'aretz. You just say bracha, and you're in there to serve. Sounds like that.
Okay, well, Sasha, look, when Rav Nosson wrote this, it wasn't a possibility for most people to come to Eretz Yisroel.
Right, for me.
Okay, so again, that's why I kept saying aspect of Eretz Yisroel.
Right.
It's not mamish Eretz Yisroel. It could be Eretz Yisroel. Eretz Yisroel will be when Mashiach comes. All these places can actually become Eretz Yisroel. The whole world will become Eretz Yisroel. But that's not now. It's not now.
I wonder, we were in Israel, and then He kicked us all out.
Yeah.
So then we couldn't even be in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're going to learn this beautiful concept like this in Hilchos Birchas Hareach, which was the laws of smelling. Brachas that aroma, things that you smell, spices that you smell, and you make brachas on. And Rav Nosson has a beautiful, beautiful teaching on the idea that we were in Eretz Yisroel and Hashem threw us out of Eretz Yisroel, and the reasons why He threw us out of Eretz Yisroel, and how we'll come back to Eretz Yisroel.
Yeah, but you're saying something that someone said that when we do the mitzvot,
Yeah.
I don't know if a blessing is a blessing a mitzvah?
Yeah, sure, it's a mitzvah.
That we're only practicing. Is that an accurate statement?
You're practicing?
Yeah, if we're Chutz La'aretz, we're only practicing.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, that's not true whatsoever. We just learned that.
That's why it didn't make. That's why I'm asking.
No.
It didn't make any sense.
You're not practicing. No. That's some of these modern Zionist guys that want to tell people that you're not really accomplishing anything when you're outside of Israel. That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true.
I believe you.
They don't have the mitzvah. They don't have the mitzvah of Yishuv Haaretz. Right? They don't have the mitzvah. They're not living in Eretz Yisroel. Right? We have a mitzvah. We live in Eretz Yisroel. That's a mitzvah. Just because we're living here, we're getting mitzvahs every moment that we live here. Isn't that amazing what Hashem does for us? Right? You wear your tzitzit, right? You wear your tzitzis, right?
Good deal.
What?
Good deal.
Yeah, it's a good deal, right? You wear your tzitzis, right?
Yes.
So that means every moment you wear your tzitzis, you're acquiring mitzvahs theoraisa. Every moment you live in Eretz Yisrael, you're acquiring mitzvahs. You become much more spiritually wealthy by living in Eretz Yisroel. Okay?
Yeah. Hey, I feel it.
You feel it. Baruch Hashem. Okay, we're going to stop over here now. Okay, and then we're going to learn now a very important halacha in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch.
You didn't finish this, right?
No. Yeah, we're in the middle. We're in the middle. It's okay. Right. We're going to finish that. It's too much. Hey, look, I would like to go further. I want us to process what we learned. It's a very, very important learning. And yes, we can go further. But I just, please, let this penetrate a little bit. Okay?
No, I was only saying it because I just want to make sure I'm leaving us.
Yeah. Okay, we are learning in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. We're in Siman Lamed Aleph, right? 31. We're in 31. And I think today we're up to Hey 5.
No, 4.
We're up to 4. I think we did 4 the other day, but we'll do 4 again. Okay, very good.
Yeah, I have her up to 4 too.
Okay. Shchiva ketzad. Shchiva. Ein tzarech loyma bizman sheyochel lasek b'teiva mitzvahs im mizgora b'sheina la'aneges atzmai. Let's talk about sleep now, right? Shchiva, sleeping, right? Let's talk about going to sleep, right? Ein tzarech loyma bizman sheyochel lasek b'teiva mitzvahs. I'm not going to tell you a time that you can learn. Don't go to sleep. It's not worth. It's not. You don't go to sleep to because I enjoy my sleep, my beauty sleep. You go to sleep because you have to go to sleep. Oh, even the times where you're tired, you feel a little bit weary. And you have to sleep because you're just tired. You toiled, you worked hard, you have to go to sleep. If you go to sleep because, hey, my body likes this and I want to just treat my body well by going to sleep, that's not praiseworthy. Oh, I'm going to sleep because I want my body to be healthy. Not because I enjoy it. Yeah, you may enjoy it, but my intent is I want to be healthy. And if I want to be healthy and I want my body to be able to be recharged, that's the mitzvah. Then I'm doing a mitzvah. It makes a whole difference. Am I going to sleep because I like to go to sleep, or I'm going to sleep so I should be healthy? It's a big difference. Again, while you're sleeping, every minute that you're sleeping, you're getting another mitzvah if you're going to sleep the right way. It's amazing. If you do it the right way, that's what we're learning. Do it the right way. Make the bracha the right way. Create Eretz Yisroel. Create your place of Eretz Yisroel. Go to sleep the right way, and then you can have it while you're relaxing and sleeping, and you're recharging. You're gaining mitzvah. Shaloi litaref datei b'toira machmas minias hashena. And again, the person shouldn't be, if the person's very tired, and I want to learn Torah, but I'm so tired I can't study Torah. So if I'm going to sleep so I can pray, and I can learn Torah, and I'm going to recharge my body for that reason, then I have a mitzvah for even my sleeping. Isn't that a nice thing to do? Just so nice. This is Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. This is not Hasidus. This is Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. This is actual law. Actual law. And I mean, the fact that the Kitzur goes through this and he says, Shekol HaKavonos Adam Shiyu L'Shem Shemayim. Right, that's the chapter that we're in. Yeah.
It's similar to eating.
Yeah.
You need to eat for nourishment.
We said that the other day. Yeah. That was in 2.
Yeah, but I'm comparing sleep to sleep and
same thing. This chapter is all the things that we normally do, how to do them, that they have more meaning, and you can get mitzvahs via doing it.
Although with food there is there is Shabbos, there's different times when you're.
Yes.
To
But,
enjoy it.
but again, I'm enjoying it because it's Shabbos.
Right. So.
It's a mitzvah to enjoy it on Shabbos. That's why I'm enjoying
So
it.
then on Shabbos, it's a mitzvah to enjoy sleeping.
You can enjoy the same thing, yes.
Okay.
That's Einik Shabbos. Some people say that that's Einik Shabbos. I've seen that. Sleeping. That's Einik Shabbos.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course.
Everything a little bit.
Yeah.
No, everything within measure is good.
transition.
You do within measure, it's good. Okay? All right, so that's our halacha for today. And I wish everyone a wonderful day, and we should all hear Besora Tovot.
I mean.